Good evening, Santa. I have a bit of good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first? Ripping off the band-aid, are we? In that case, we have some legal troubles. You see, the whole Christmas operation has four major components. The naughty and nice department monitors children all over the world, telling us what they want and whether or not they've been naughty or nice. Then there's the toy research and development department, where they make the toys. Gift wrapping is self-explanatory, and then there's deliveries and deployment. Also self-explanatory. Now, of the major four, the gift wrapping department's the only department to not have any sort of legal woes. Ever since December 1970, N&N has been dealing with people complaining about the magic snowball and an invasion of privacy. We still haven't figured out who leaked the information to the folks at Rankin Pass, but the complaints and lawsuits are at an all-time high this year. Our best option is to retire the snowball and switch to using the niceness scanners for more than just determining how much goodies to fill a stocking with. It'll mean more work on our end, but we won't have to deal with anyone suing us. If we take it to court, we'll either have to retire the snowball anyways, or give various governments the idea that spying on people, especially children, is okay. I have worked here long enough to trust you with this sort of magic more than I trust any government. As for toy R&D, we've got some copyright issues. Legally speaking, we're not affiliated with any toy company and make products under their names. No franchise license, no legal grounds. Santa Claus the 18th actually had that idea back in 1868. Not sure if you remember Force Royal Toy Makers, but that used to be the North Pole's official toy company. Unfortunately, the toys were deemed as knockoffs, which led to 1869 Christmas disaster, where all the gifts made that year were magically and thus destroyed. The safest gift that year was a magical board game where the jungle attacked wherever the game was. It was somehow safer than any of the gifts that imposter gave out on Christmas. 1993. But it's still not a Christmas I think any of us would want to repeat. As such, if we were to reintroduce the world to first world toy makers, we would have to make non-magical gifts and make gifts that are not intended to be in a stand-in for branded toys. Yes, the toys you make here are vastly superior to the real, commercial ones. And yes, being viewed as the knockoff will lose a few believers in the beginning, but unless you're working with the actual companies that make them, please don't tell me that you've sent some elves to work at their factories. Oh, of course you did. Of course they're taking home the merchandise they made. Oh my god. No wonder Hasbro's accusing us of corporate espionage. Elves impersonating humans. Just to try and get around this legal issue instead of consulting your legal team? You're lucky we make so much money in Christmas decorations and sweaters because they're going to sue us for everything we got. Should I even go over the D&D department issue? Okay. Actually, we were able to legalize your breaking and entering act a few months ago. Technically, we're given permission to do so. And so long as we go in with the intent to visit someone expecting a visit from Santa, we have the legal right to be there. Thank your mother. She's the one who made it possible to win the case. I'm surprised she isn't the head of legal department. The problem is that we get around the world in an unlicensed, unresponsive aircraft that goes into international airspace. If we register to slay, we align ourselves with a country and get blacklisted from several others, subsequently ruining Christmas for millions of kids because we're not allowed to visit them. Right, the good news. The new hot cocoa machines are working. Not a single one has broken down yet. They're a big hit around the elves. One of the elves in marketing is even thinking about swapping out the older models from the Polar Express with the new ones. I know I'm not in charge of marketing, but if I may, it would be best to leave the older models on the train until we can come up with a more fun looking and efficient way of serving hot cocoa to the kids. I'm worried that the newer models lack the timeless wonder that the train is known for. Plus, wheeling out a vending machine is not as exciting for the kids and more work for the Polar Express wait staff compared to that contraption we're working with. Unless there's something you wish to cover, I believe we have covered everything on the agenda. I'll just get back to work on that. If your mother is okay with being a lawyer again, would you mind if I consult with her about the flying sleigh issue? Thank you. And if I don't see you until your big show for the 25th, Merry Christmas.